So this is my underground tank. As you can see, it has a lid, and it's kind of heavy to open it, but anyway, because it is an underground tank, obviously, if there is no electricity, it doesn't work. So if there is no electricity and I need water, I will have to open this, and I will have to take a rope, and then I will have to take buckets and then take the water from the end by hand. So here's the deal. Water comes from the outside towards the house from this pipe, but before it does, it gets to this tank. So basically, you must learn how to operate the levers in the underground tanks, because you can stop water from coming into the tank. You can stop, for when you're going to wash it or whatever. And also, if you think that the water that is coming down the pipe is contaminated or whatever, and then you can use this one because this one is already clean or stuff like that. So then you can also use the water from the pipe directly towards the house without touching the one that you have here with another lever. And then also you can stop the water coming to the house or to the water tank altogether through using the levers. So this one is an example of the water pump. Number one, you must have like a switch to turn it on and off. See, if you don't know which one is up and down, you must have like a paper or something that tells you which one is up and down, because this is very important. And the water pumps must be hidden. And also, we have this thing called the lung. The lung can be made out of metal or out of galvanized material. In my case, my father had it galvanized, which means that it won't rust. I have no idea how, but apparently they pass electricity towards the metal or something, and then that way it won't rust. I don't know how, but the point is that if you're going to get one of these, you want to get it galvanized, because if it is metal, it will rust, and then you will have to change it, and then it is a whole problem again and again and again. So when there is a building that has 3 floors or more, I think 2 floors or more, but sometimes it's 3, you must have a water tank and a pump. And here's the deal. If the water pump is on, but there is no water coming towards the water pump will be running, and then it will actually explode if all of the suddenly comes water towards this, because the heat. This thing will be overheating, and the temperature will be quite higher. And then if there all of the suddenly water comes in, boom, it will explode. That has happened at least, I have seen it in at least 3 buildings in my city. So you do not want to mess around with the water pump, especially in the buildings, unless you are absolutely certain that you know what the hell you're doing. If you're thinking that this is just like me, turn it on like this and that's it, oh hell no, you are in for a very good ride, because this thing has pressure valves like that, and it has stuff that works with air in here, and that thing is running and with air and water, and if it doesn't run with water, it will run with air only, and then that thing will also explode and whatever, and it's just a mess. So no, you must learn how to clean this thing. By the way, if you ever run out of water from the water tank down there, you can get water from this thing inside, this one. That one also has water inside. So this is a secondary, source of water in case of emergency, because you obviously have primary sources like your water tanks per se, plus bathtub and stuff like that. So this one is kind of like a last resort kind of deal, because if you can see this one has like a hose, This one has this because every time that we have run out of water and we just don't want to use buckets to get water from down below, or we cannot because whatever reason, then we will open this one and then this hose will get the water from this place. But that water is one of the cleanest waters in the whole house. And also it's important to understand all of these, like I said, see, lever, I don't know where, there is another lever here, there is another one, I forgot, but I have like 4 or 5 levers in here. And the best thing to do is write down the instructions, about the pump. Because if you're not home, and let's say that your brother or your sister comes home and then they run out of water or whatever, and they have no idea what the hell, if they pull out the wrong lever, that thing will push water, that way for the pressure, and then that thing might actually, this one doesn't blow up because, well, I don't think it will blow up because of that is kind of small, and even if it does overheat, I don't think it will get to that point. But I have seen water pumps that are bigger that actually do explode because those are, how to say this, bigger heat, bigger things, bigger problems or whatever. And see, this one also has like this lever. That one is for when this thing has too much air and you have to learn how to use it properly or whatever. And it's just insane the amount of things that you must learn about water pumps and things like that. So basically, like I said, what I will do, if you're not like a person that will read all of that, then do drawings. I have a friend who has kind of like this, but she did drawings. She just put colors, like, and this one is yellow, this one is pink, and that one is orange. She paint them, and then she said this one, if it is like this, it means it's closed. If it is like this, it means it's open or whatever. And then she put all of these colors, and then she put big things like if you open this one and close that one, then open this one, close that one, and sort of like that. And it takes a lot of work. And by the way, this thing is noisy, and that's why you probably want this, foam and stuff like that, so that it doesn't have that much noise. It still will be noisy, and it's still going to be a problem for you, but you want to try to make it, less noise as possible. And anyway, down in the description down below, you will have my email in case that you need to contact me, or if you want to send an Amazon gift card or whatever. So if you like this video, you can share it, you can make it a thumbs up, you can comment, whatever you want to do. By the way, about this thing, having an underground tank is dangerous because some people, when they are working in this thing, especially if they are cleaning it or whatever, they will leave this kind of open and kids will get in there, and once they do, you have a very high chance that those kids are going to be injured really bad or drowned or die. So no, this is very important for you to have it, with these kind of handles that are very heavy, and that way only a grown-up will be able to handle this thing. And also it is important for you to understand that when you are working with this thing, you must have not only this thing must be off, like I did it right now, because otherwise I will not be able to do this for the noise. You must learn where in your breaker system in the electricity is the electricity breaker or switch that will power up this, because you need to do this both ways. Let me show you. So here is the electricity thing. See, I have this kind of a mapping thing, and that one is mine. I put it in the top corner so that it's easier to understand, because if the water pumps all of a sudden is overflowing, or it's whatever, which has happened at least twice. I have had that problem at least twice or 3 times already. Then you cannot get in here, because the water will be coming from here. And if the water is coming from here and you want to get to that part, you must have boots, you must have a lot of things, and if it's raining, then you can get electrocuted. That has happened at least, to 5 people that I know of. So You want to have that one, and then you turn it off inside your house, and then you move outside your house to work in this thing, and then you turn it off that way. Even though it is off that way, you also want to turn it off this way. And it's insane. You want to have somebody that teaches you how to do this, because otherwise, when this thing is not working and you need to fix it and nobody can come, you will run out of water for days. So it's better to pay somebody to teach you a course, or maybe even draw you the whole thing by themselves, or even use have the setup of the printing thing, just in case. I mean, I'm talking for real, that's my advice, because that had happened at least, we had to have at least, I think the technician came at least, I don't know, 15 times until I actually got it, and I had to print the whole thing, and then I had to learn it, because also you want to practice, because if you are going to do it all of a sudden, you won't remember which one of the freaking levers is the one that, will turn off the thing for this side or that side, and it's just a whole mess. So try that one. So thank you.